Yeah, I came from the bottom with the scar on my chest and the blade in my palm. This is Conqueror's blade, I was made in the storm and I'm bringing the calm. An Elysium peak where the titans collide. Every strike is a war to be won. From the borderlands night to the Oster light, I've been fighting since day one. Squad at night, night to the crown. Never back down when the fate get loud. Bleeding in the dirt, but I still stand proud. Every setback I set up, I'm ready right now. Yeah, squires rising, iron flying, empires burning, kings defying. Destiny's a test, I'm grinding, fighting wars with a heart of lion. Carry the sound, bury the doubt. From Elysium peak to the throne, we wear the crown. Faith like a hammer, swinging on the beat with a flow so mean it'll break through stone. From Manor to the fields to the Oster gates, I've been claiming these lands as my own. The dream is Algolia, city of kings, of the empire's fate is made. The capital calls, one house will rise, crown of the fire of Conqueror's blade. Yo, raise that banner, bang that drum at the baseline, run to the kingdom come. No surrender, I'm second to none. I'm the shadow to the sun and the war ain't done. Squires rising, iron flying, empires burning, kings defying. Destiny's a test, I'm grinding, fighting wars with a heart of lion. Carry the sound, bury the doubt. From the borderlands throne, Algolia's crown.
Squires rising, iron flying, empires burning, kings defying. Destiny's a test, I'm grinding, fighting wars with a heart of lion. Carry the sound, bury the doubt. From the borderlands throne, Algolia's crown. From the empire's ashes to the emperor's throne, this is crown and cross. This is your war report.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the War Report. We are here on Elysium Peak. This was battle number 19, November 25th, 2025. I'm your host, Foghladha of the Gashkia tribe, and we're going to jump right in. First up, some key terms. Prestige is the value of land that you own. Claim is the total amount of prestige you earn across the course of the season. Renown is the change in your property value, whether it goes up or down when you take possession. And Triumphs is the end of season prize money that we're all fighting for. Looking at those upcoming events, there is one more left. November 29th, 2025. Who's going to be hungover? Who's going to be, 10 pounds heavier after all that turkey? We don't know. But somebody is going to take the main capital of Algolia and keep that. And it's going to be pretty epic. I think it's going to be an epic night. I think everybody's in for some good fights. Let's go ahead and jump on into the war summary. Looking at the war summary, there are 38 warring factions, 13 alliances, 141 total fiefs. 41 fief changes tonight with 64,025 total prestige. Over in Anadolu, there was 14,300 with 38 fiefs. Tides of War now owns 43%, Hallowed Kings with 23%, Furies of Federal with 16%, Cohorts took 15%, and Tribunal popped up on the map with 3%. The Borderlands now has a total prestige of 24,700 with 60 fiefs available. Tides of War has 28%, New World Order with 22%, the High Council with 19%, No Evil with 14%, Furies of Federal with 6%. Osteria has a total prestige of 25,025 with total fiefs available of 43. Tribunal owns 38%, Half a Brain Cell with 34%, Hibernia with 20%, and Revenant with 2%. Looking at the economy, Nortal rose to 6, Hugelstadt to 6, Beka to 3, Dienlu to 4, Westweg to 3, and Cooperdorf to 3. Looking at crumbling empires, we saw Elbogen drop to 5, Lystria dropped to 2, Mercicota to 5, and Castellanovo to 2. Take a look at the most prestigious fiefs in all the land. We have that legendary level 8 over there at Steinklepp. Then we have level 6s at Das Bulwark, Hugelstadt, and Nordtal. Level 5s at Drywalder, Elbogen, Grunfeld, Mercicota, and Westburg. Looking at top builders, the Gashkia have taken the first place slot with 1,300 renown. Grandin in second with 900. Vanguard in third with 450. Spartans with 385. Supply Watchers with 300 in 5th. We have Quincy's Tavern tied for that. Then in 7th, we have Explicit with 295. Goshki Dub in 8th with 260. Warriors in 9th with 195, tied with Order of Valor. Looking at the unit kit crafting scene, we have some changes on this map. First of all, Silidar's and Queen's Knight kits are available at Steinclip. Das Bulwark has Falcon Andy Gunner, Order of the Dragon, and Zweihander kits. Then at Hugelstadt, we have Pazifist Crossbowmen and Orochi Samurai. Over at Nordtal, we have Zweihander and Queen's Knight kits. The Zweihander kits are the cheapest gold kit to craft. Drywalder has the Kriegsbrüder kits, and as does Elbogen and Westberg. And those are the cheapest kits in the purple category to craft. Looking at siege crafting, we have the optimal grape shot cannon still sitting at Steinclip. If you can get in the doors, you can craft it. Take a look at those fief quests. Steinclip has a 13,000 fine cotton for 4,500. That's a really good quest for anyone that can do it. Top honor gains go to Steinclip with 1 epic artillery for 1,080 honor. That's a hell of a lot of honor for 1 purple siege weapon. Top house EXP gains, you are way late to the game, but if you're still trying to grind that out, Steinclip has 100 regional exotics for 360. Alright, looking at Anadolu first. We have 14,300 regional prosperity with 1 capital city, 12 towns, 4 forts, and 21 villages in play. It is a prosperity tier of 2. We have a 79% free house versus 21% legion ownership, with top 5 seasonal land owners including Warforged with 82,450. Weight and Salt with 16,600. Quincy's Tavern with 11,400. Ares with 9,600. Brazil with 9,350. Top renowned builders are Quincy's Tavern with 300, Soda with 150, Asado with 150, and Robber Barons with 150. Most prestigious stronghold is Mersacoda at rank 5. Top flourishing village is Castellanovo, Copastars, and Manrobel at rank 2 apiece. Taking a look at the war map tonight, we had Tides of War taking over the northern beachhead of Anadolu. We have Hallowed Kings eating up the western beachhead with 3,300 over there. Fureza Federal ate up the mountainside to the east with 2,250. Cohorts took back over the Regionopolis Island with 2,150. And Tribunal popped up here with Abritus and Pulchra. 450 points on the board. Wonder what they're doing there. I'm wondering if they're making a play for Regionopolis. If they do, that is going to strike something very interesting in this whole dynamic, because Tides of War would have to stick people defending here, pulling people from Borderlands, giving Durandon a chance to push out of that capital and try to take some walls back. It'd be a really interesting dynamic shift if that was to happen. However, that would mean that up in the north, they would be down people, so they would most likely lose some of the land in Osteria, giving half a brain cell a chance to push out. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. Alright, looking at Anadolu Kingdom changes. Spartans with 2. Cohorts with 5. Quincy's Tavern with 1. As for the houses of Anadolu, Warforged currently sits upon the throne, 3,450 prestige. Regional Barons with Weight and Salt, Anadolu Legion, Quincy's Tavern, Brazil, and Soda. Regional Stewards, Spartans, and Eniokek. Looking at the war for Anadolu, right now, Warforged is sitting upon that throne. Tides of War is the leader there, with Hallowed Kings being qualified. I haven't seen them attack yet, so I don't know that they're going to. And Fureza Federal looks like they have pretty much decided that they were just going to go conquer some Borderlands instead, so I saw a bunch of them up there. So, alright, looking at the Borderlands, you can see it's 100% free houses, 0% Legion, 24,700 regional prosperity with 1 capital city, 4 gates, 17 towns, 4 forts, and 34 villages. It is a prosperity tier of 3. Top 5 seasonal landowners include Durandon with 61,400, Warforged with 34,800, Homegrown with 27,450, Regulators with 27,300, and here with 26,700. As for renowned builders, Durandon has 900, Vanguard with 450, Ice Spartans with 450, Supply Watchers with 300, Warriors with 300. Most prestigious stronghold is Bixie at rank 4, Shotgun at rank 4, Kinu at rank 4, and Dian Lu at rank 4. As for our flourishing villages, there are none. Looking at the Northern War map, you can see things have changed quite considerably, but all things considered, I think New World Order did fairly well tonight. Back on the northern half. That's not bad. For as much land as they had to cover, they definitely held on to the important stuff. The High Council managed to regain 1,650. They started chomping away at that horse node ring, so they just need 2 more of those nodes, and they have the horse nodes, the Ring of Fire up there, and that is probably the most lucrative spot in all of the Borderlands. The Independents over there on the western side with 1,050. Fureza Federal popped up and took over Shojin. Hattusa, Zun, and Brau with 900. And then Revenant came out of nowhere and grabbed Kochi. Alright, down in the south end, Tides of War has the gates surrounding the city. Durandon has the city still holding out. After all these wars, they are just tucked in there and they are not leaving. They do not want to go. No Evil down on the south end with 3,450. The High Council has the capital city with 3,000. Chaos Undivided over there on the east with Magoo and Dian Lu with 1,050. New World Order with 900 at Shaken and Galovo. Federal or Fureza Federal over on the eastern side, Hebo, Hurai, and Aminet. And then Revenant snuck in there at Pengali and got that little fief right there. Alright, looking at the battles, we see Undying Wolves gain 4, Ares with 3, Retro with 4, Reborn with 1, Vigilantes with 2, Asado with 4, Wait and Salt with 1, Corsair with 2, Brazil with 1, and Homegrown with 1. Looking at the houses of the Borderlands, we have Durandon sitting upon the throne. Still, everyone has been fighting them, trying to get them out of there, and they are not leaving. They have dug in deep, and they are really taking it to 4th quarter. Regional Dukes include Warforged, who have been pressing Durandon non-stop since that gate opened. Regional Barons, here, Regulators, Lawless, Undying Wolves, Asado, Ares, Deathguard, Reborn. Regional Stewards include Speak, Retro, Vigilantes, Wait and Salt, Corsair, Homegrown, and Brazil. Looking at the war for the Borderlands, Durandon sits upon the throne of Conqueror's city, and they are facing New World Order, the High Council, or Tides of War, and No Evil. High Council owns it currently. Looking at Austeria next, this is the main region of this season. We have 100% free houses with 0% Legion, 25,025 regional prosperity with 1 capital city, 10 towns, 2 forts, and 30 villages. It is 87% of the way to tier 5. If there's 405 more points on the board, we hit tier 5 in Austeria. Top 5 seasonal landowners. Vanguard with 134,420 acclaim. Goshki in second with 31,590. Supply Watchers in third with 29,055. Venators in fourth with 21,645. Ice Spartans in fifth with 20,280. Top renowned builders are Goshkia with 1,300. Goshkia with 260. Explicit with 195. Order of Valor with 195. Warriors 195. Top prestigious strongholds is Steinklep at rank 8. Top flourishing village is Bergdorf at rank 4. Next up, looking at the war map, you have Tribunal, pretty much sliced right down the middle, 9,555. Half a Brain Cell has been very concentrated on their efforts, and they even grew one of the big fiefs tonight. So that puts them back on the board, makes it so that if some tragedy strikes and they lose a Golia, they can still hit it again. So they are sitting in a much more comfortable place tonight than they were last war. So 8,580 points on the board for them. Hibernia, chilling in the northwest with 4,940. Then the Independents gained that southwest and the northeast with 1,560 points on the board. And then Revenant came over and grabbed a couple properties, one of which is a horse node. Very lucrative out there with 390 points. Looking at Austeria Kingdom changes, Supply Watchers gained 1. Sega Spending, that was a really big one for them to take back over. Retro with 4, Warriors with 1, Corsair with 2, and Vigilantes with 2. Looking at the houses of Austeria, you have Supply Watcher sitting upon the throne, the Grand Emperor of the server. Regional Dukes include Vanguard and Goshkia. Regional Barons include Venators, Ice Spartans, Warriors, Explicit, Retro, and Goshkia Dub. Regional Stewards include Order of Valor, Corsair, and Vigilantes. Looking at the race for the capital city, right now it's Supply Watchers of Half a Brain Cell versus Tribunal. With 9,555 points, they can knock on that keep all day long. But so far they've been knocking and haven't quite punched it in. So can they do it on that last war? We'll find out. Alright, looking at the house rankings, we see no new houses again this week. As for houses by level, we have 5 level 9s now. We have 15 level 8s, 15 level 7s. 5 level 7s. As for population changes, we saw Order of Valor gain 15, Aniokek gained 11, Undying Wolves with 5, and population decline, Homegrown lost 7. As for prestige gains, Retro gained 1,530 tonight. Undying Wolves with 1,500. Asada with 900. Ares with 900. Supply Watchers 780. Goshkia with 520. Corsair with 490. Ice Spartans with 450. Vigilantes 405. And Warriors with 195. Looking at prestige losses tonight, Regulators lost 2,100, Reborn lost 1,800, Wait and Salt lost 1,500, Lawless lost 1,350, the Originals lost 780, Venators with 780, Vanguard with 390, Homegrown with 300, Valkyries with 195, and Aniokek with 150. Taking a look at our top 10 houses, Warforged takes first place of Tides of War with 8,650 prestige. I Win is the Liege with 117,250 seasonal claim. Second place goes to Supply Watchers of Half a Brain Cell with 5,655 prestige. Stars is the Liege with 37,755 seasonal claim. Third place is Vanguard of Tribunal with 4,745 prestige. Tong Tong is the Liege with 139,570 seasonal claim. Fourth place is Goshkia of Hibernia with 3,315 prestige. Foghladha is the Liege with 31,740 seasonal claim. Next up in fifth place, we have Wait and Salt with Tides of War, 3,300 prestige. Salt Lord Smoke is the Liege with 23,050 seasonal claim. Sixth place is Duranin of the High Council with 300 prestige. Real Trillion is the Liege with 61,400 seasonal claim. Seventh place is Venators of Tribunal with 2,730 prestige. Vexus is the Liege with 29,145 seasonal claim. Eighth place is Here of No Evil with 2,550 prestige. Harb is the Liege with 26,700 seasonal claim. Ninth place is Regulators of New World Order with 2,550 prestige. Tigriff is the Liege with 31,220 seasonal claim. Then in 10th place we have Ice Spartans of Tribunal with 2,530 prestige. Hailstorm is the Liege with 27,480 seasonal claim. Brings us around to our top 30. Go ahead and see where you stack up. Alright, moving along to our casualty board. There you are. A few more casualties on the board. Bastarius was 7,250. Hasn't been seen lately. Yggdrasil, renamed Odin. And they were 3,900 points on the board when they did so. Robber Barons has disappeared. Haven't seen them in a few wars. 3,655. Black Templars with 3,450. They are around. They just are in another house, most likely. Eternum with 2,800. Forbidden City with 2,600. Disappeared. Midway Kings with 2,345. And Khan with 800. Alright, looking at the Alliance rankings, we have two free agents, Retro and Corsair. Looking at Alliance changes, we didn't see any. We shouldn't see any this week. If we do, then that's some pretty messed up stuff because they can't join in another Alliance until the off-season. Alright, looking at top Alliance gains, the High Council gained 1,200. Half a Brain Cell with 1,170. Fura's Federal with 750. Hibernia with 520. Revenant with 210. Hallowed Kings with 150. And Chaos Undivided with 150. As for prestige losses, New World Order lost 5,250. Tribunal lost 720. Tides of War with 600. And No Evil with 150. Looking at Tides of War in first place with 13,000. 160,105 seasonal claim with Ares, Warforged, and Weight and Salt in this alliance. Second place is Tribunal with 10,005 prestige, 196,195 seasonal claim with Venators, Vanguard, and Ice Spartans in this alliance. Third place is Half a Brain Cell with 8,580 prestige, 79,365 seasonal claim with Supply Watchers, Warriors, and Explicit in this alliance. Fourth place is New World Order with 5,550 prestige, 78,845 seasonal claim with Regulators, Lawless, and Reborn in this alliance. Fifth place is Hibernia with 4,940 prestige, 51,845 seasonal claim with Gashkia, Gashkidub, and Order of Valor in this alliance. Sixth place is the High Council with 4,650 prestige, 114,740 seasonal claim with Homegrown, Durandon, and Undying Wolves in this alliance. In seventh place we have Fureza Federal with 3,750 prestige, 24,290 seasonal claim with Aniokek, Brazil, and Asado. Eighth place is No Evil with 3,450 prestige, 34,200 seasonal claim with Speak, Hear, and See in this alliance. In ninth place, we have Hallowed Kings with 3,300 prestige, 23,885 seasonal claim with Soda, Quincy's Tavern in this alliance. Looking at 10th place, we have Chaos Undivided with 1,050 prestige, seasonal claim of 11,250. Death Guard and Old Guard are in this alliance. That brings us around to our seasonal claim board, our top three. I think Tribunal might actually break 200k this season. 196,195. Tides of War with 115,000. The High Council with 110,990. New World Order in that fourth place slot was 79,100. Alright, looking at the Alliance casualties, we have three now. War Crimes with 27,850, Guapos with 7,255, and Chillers with 2,600. Looking at the historical rankings, Vanguard up top, 612,000. Half of that, we have Homegrown, second with 317,000. Gashkia with 277,000, taking third. And then Durandon is moving up the board pretty quickly with 264,000. That's our top 10 still active. Warriors is probably going to knock themselves on this board next war. And Undying Wolves is also moving up this board pretty quickly. They may pass Notoriety Club. We'll see. Alright, looking at alliances. Hibernia with 721,000, leading the pack. Next up is the High Council with 409,000. Then Deuce Volt with 364,000. Revenant is in 7th with 244,000. And Tribunal came up to 10th with 196,000. Looking at the historical renown, we have Gashkia leading with 11,945. Then Vanguard with 6,190 in 3rd. Durandon in 4th with 4,075. Gashkia Dub with 3,970. Then Homegrown in 7th, 3,585. Over on the alliance size, Hibernia with 23,905. Then in 3rd, we had Deuce Volt with 6,315. The High Council in 4th with 4,330. That brings us around to the close of our show. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I do hope that you have a wonderful holiday season. Go ahead and eat all that turkey, eat all that good food. I'm going to be having a schnitzel personally, but, that's just me. In any case, I will see you all later. You all have a great evening and a great week, and I will see you on Saturday if you can make it. In any case, I'll see you all later. Have a good one.
One blade, two blades, three blades, four. Always wanting, forever wanting more. My hands are shaking. tasted the Saxon blood, it is not self-inflicted. I've learned the prayers of Roman, I've learned to curse. My ambitions are hunger, getting worse and worse. My master's voice, a constant drone. Protect the cross, protect the Pope on his throne. Too many pagan faces, too many names, too many towns turned into burning flames, too many heroes, too many graves, for all the glory that no one saves. Just hollow, 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 my legs are tired, my back is sore, sleeping in mud on a cold rime floor. They tell me to listen, they tell me to serve. I'm losing my faith, losing my nerve. They say be honest, be brave, be true, but I've seen what a Frankish light can do for you. They say a knight's honor is all you need, but I'm planting a different, darker seed. Too many pagan faces, too many names, too many towns turned into burning flames, too many heroes, too many graves, for all the glory that no one saves. Just hollow, 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 my master's blade, a flash of steel, the fear in his eyes, a wound that won't heal. I stood behind him, a shield from the blow, and watched him fall, watched his blood flow. Now I stand here, my sword in my hand, the last of the generals in this conquered land. The crown of Augustus, a weight of cold stone, but I'll bear it all, I'll bear it alone. A thirst unending, a hunger I can sate, for a crown of fire and a holy empire of hate. Stone on stone, bone on bone, the throne of Achim awaits. I walk